Okay. Let that beat bang. It's your boy, JR. I need a dime, ain't faking a funk. Shit is ready for a late rendezvous with just.
Suda 51 is still as crazy as he's always been. This is the man behind No More Heroes, Shadows of the Damned, Lollipop Chainsaw, and, most importantly, Killer 7. His newest game has finally arrived, and its name and visual style bring back memories of Killer 7. Can this game continue Suda's trend of bringing us crazy fun games, or is the killer truly dead? You play as Mondo Zappa, an executioner employed by the state. He goes around executing monsters that are causing terror around the world. That's the extent of the story, in all honesty. None of the 12 episodes really connect to each other, and in the end, it's all one randomly tossed together mess. The characters are cool and fun, and the game can be pretty funny, but the story has no structure and it's almost impossible to follow, making this the worst story Suda has ever penned. The gameplay is as simple as a Suda game ever has been, but it's still incredibly flashy. It's all about building momentum and keeping a combo going. The more hits you land, the harder you hit and the faster you attack. It's satisfying to build your combos high, and seeing Mondo zip around the stages killing all his enemies. You can also shoot at your enemies with your left arm, muscle back, and it can also be used to break enemies' guard. You can dodge with the circle button, and if you press the button while standing still, you'll parry, which will open an enemy up for a counterattack. If you dodge at the right moment, you'll enter a state where you mash the square button to hack an enemy apart. While the combat is flashy and fun, it has no depth to it. It's just you mashing square while pressing circle every now and then. It's also not as satisfying as No More Heroes combat, which this is similar to. Every kill in No More Heroes was satisfying as hell, cutting the enemies in half to have them burst into blood and jingling coins. Here, the end of combat encounters are satisfying, and the special assassination kills you can perform are, but they aren't as satisfying. Its combat is much faster, more smooth, and more fun than Lollipop Chainsaws, however. Boss fights are still pretty fun, as they should be in a Suda 51 game. The music is very fitting. It's jazzy, creepy, and rocking all at the same time and at appropriate moments. The Japanese voice work is also very good, as is what I've heard of the English dub. Once again, Akira Yamaoka does a great job with the music, much like he always does. The visuals are Suda's best so far. They're like a mix between No More Heroes and Killer 7, cel shaded but with very strong, dark colors and very dark shadows. It looks incredibly stylish, even if it is running on Unreal Engine 3, and while it might not be the most impressive game at a technical level, it's one of the most attractive games this year. Every character is very well designed, and Minato is one stylish main character. I've noticed some texture loading issues common in Unreal Engine games, but nothing worth complaining about. One thing that is worth complaining about is the enemy variety. It's pretty lacking. It has more variety than No More Heroes, but about as much as Lollipop Chainsaw, which had very little. One annoyance I had was the game's lip syncing. It was way off with the Japanese voices, which is very odd for a Japanese game. Aside from these two complaints, it looks fantastic and, once more, stylish. Overall, Killer's Dead is a fun time. It won't last you very long at all. It took me a little over 6 hours, and it isn't deep, but it's worth playing. It's probably not worth full price, but it's worth a look. It's as stylish as they come, and it's just plain fun while it lasts. Don't let the lack of story put you off. Mondo earns a 7 out of 10 on his executioner report.